Welcome back, hockey fans, to today's game in between the Pembina Valley Twisters and the Charleswood Hawks in their final game before the Christmas break. I'm your host, Belly Brantlaw, with my cameraman, Josh Keck. And we're about to get underway here shortly as Ryland Ewing's Hawks take on Derek Weeb's Twisters, as both those guys sit in the top 5 in the scoring race in that one, and you'll get you down to the action promptly. Twisters coming into this one here, and they've been on the roll, hottest team in the league on a 5-game win streak coming into this one. Meanwhile, for the Hawks come into this one, couldn't put a streak together, but they've won 3 of their last 2, with their last win being a 6-1 win over the Jets after having a loss in St. Boniface 5-2. And yes, when they have won, it's been big wins, 6-1, 5-1, and 9-4 in their last 5. Meanwhile, their losses were close, 3-2, and the Reals beating them, edging them up a little bit, 5-2. The Twisters, though, they've been rolling right over the number 1 Canucks, 6-3, 6-2 over the Jets before, both at home. Then on the road, beating the Reals 6-2, and winning 2 more here. And that was December 8th and December 3rd, being the Railers Express 6-3, and the Raiders 5-1. Both teams now here on the ice and ready to go. And we'll be with O'Canada here in just a second.
The visiting Charleswood Hawks and your Pembina Valley Twisters. Now at this time, will you please rise your table and kindly remove your headwear for the playing of our national anthem.
And your goaltenders in today's game from the Hawks. Gerald Rossi, he gets a start. His goals against average coming into this one is 3.01, a save percentage of .906. And for the Pembina Valley Twisters, it's their normal regular season starter in this one. Logan Enns gets the start. Goals against average of 3.14 and a save percentage of .909. And with that, we are ready to go here. As Ben Zander skates into the circle to take on Xander Carrolls, and the biscuits dropped. Here we go in the first period, and that gets sent right into the Hawks zone. Hawks pick it up, and they're in their new red uniforms in this one, making their way from the left of the screen to the right as Hewing walks in, firing ends, makes the save, and holds on to Twisters, wearing their white and maroon. Quick action here in this one from Ron Hewing, as sitting second in MMJHL this season in points with 48, one behind Tyrone William. And working it up now here, that's a board on the near side, just out of the reach from there from Ben Zander, and Hewing couldn't get it on his stick. Meanwhile, the guy who's chasing him, Derek Weeb, he'll send that right in, and he's dropped to fourth with 39 points, so, and just two behind the third spot, Brady Whiteley. On the near side, working his way through traffic. Here comes Hewing. Hewing walking in, makes a move, holds on to it and puts it into the slot. And the Hawks couldn't get a shot away. And here comes Gertzen going the other way with Weeb, as Weeb sends it into the zone. And that's out of play. And that's going to be just off of Weeb. It's going to come out of the zone here. So both scoring leaders showing their presence early in this one. And off the draw, it's Charleswood now setting it up in their own zone here on the near side and trying to hold on to it. It's off a couple twisters into the zone here from Bergman. Bergman walking in, and he couldn't put it on net. Hawks now here on the near side, and that pass trying to go cross ice is picked off there by Kyle Van Dyne. He'll turn it over, but he'll scoop it right back up, trying to center it again. Turning it over is the 26 in white. And the Hawks, they make a nice little play as Ethan Lewis, their captain, skates into the zone. And he couldn't get a shot away there. The ex-twin trying to set something up. Mark Platt, he'll find the puck on his stick and he'll chip it in for Clark. Clark's going to go and decide to go for a change, and the Twisters will make a full-on change here as it's deep into the zone as Russell Hill pick off that pass, trying to get it up to Hattie on the near side. As Southern picks it up, tries to play that head forward. Zuck, his shot gets blocked right into the skates of Alex Van Dynes. And there's a shot wide of the net from the Hawks as they've had some pressure as the Twisters put it in, seeing if that they'll have a chance now here to challenge Rossi, as he hasn't faced much yet. The shot deflected wide of the net, picked up on the Hawks stick, and the Hawks trying to send that all the way down the ice. It's going to be an icing. And the Hawks won't get their change in. Two minutes and 31 seconds gone here in the opening frame. Shots are 2-0 for the Hawks. Still not up at zeros early on. Off the draw, Dick, he's trying to hold on to it, and he's able to hold the zone. Get it all the way behind the net for DeGrave. Now working for Weeb. Weeb, he spins his way right to the ground as he was pressured there by 15. It looks like I've had correction. Here comes Hattie in with the puck as he'll pick it up. And again, shot gets blocked. Great play there by the Twisters defense as Dick will work that around. And trying to get there to Gertzen, quite not on his stick. And now Hepner, he'll get that across to Weeb. Weeb walks into the zone, looking, firing, and that's off the glass. Hepner holding the blue line, and that'll get a turnover there created here by the Hawks as Hewing, he'll pass that across to Ben Zander, trying to work it back to Hewing. Doesn't quite get through there, and Weeb will just push that to Gertzen, and Riley Gertzen will make his way through traffic and in behind the net with the puck before chipping that ahead to DeGrave. DeGrave back to the point. Van Dyne's quite not there. Had to really skate, and because of that, he created a turnover there by the Hawks off the stick and Hewing, and it's going to be, I'm going to say he didn't touch it as the pass from McDonald was coming in, and it's going to be an icing charged against the Hawks. And off the draw comes right in front of Rossi and cleared all the way out by the Hawks. Picked up by Van Dynes. Kyle Van Dynes will play that in. Twister's trying to chip that cross ice, and that won't go. And now Collette, he'll work that ahead forward for Xander Carroll. Xander Carroll's walking in, firing, and off the mark there. That's wide into the corner. And Charleswood will scoop that right up with Ewing. He'll play it back, trying to get it back to him. And Ben Zander's pass for him is a little bit off as Ben Zander now working with it in the corner. And the Twister's able to get it out. And not quite. They're going to say they held the zone. And the Hawks pushing that ahead forward is the 19. And now Ewing, he's going to break that opportunity up there. But Collette's got it on his stick, and he'll go the other way as McDonald pressures the other 19 on the ice. And then Guilford sends that all the way down for the Twisters, giving chase now here. And a nice hit there in the corner from Max Collette. Max Collette now working with it here, trying to get it out. It's going to get picked up by Ewing. He's non-stop on the ice as Clark takes a run at Lewis before pulling it in. Rossi, he's going to turn that over right in front for Bergman, trying to reach it to Clark, bouncing off a couple of sticks and able to kick it into the corner there is Rossi, as Plek couldn't get much on it. Now on the far side, the Hawks, they'll skate ahead up ice before putting it on the stick and working through that one. Couldn't get a shot away there is the 14 of Nathan Vigerson. And now here's a chance for Mark Plek for a breakaway, going out to pressure him, and Rossi's able to get it all the way out of the harm's way, all the way to the Twister's own blue line as the Twisters circle around his deck, getting pressured in his own zone by Ferguson. And now going the other way is the Twisters, as that's in off the stick of Alex Van Dynes. Well, he'll have to work for it behind the net. Ryan Orchard goes to apply some help as Van Dynes hits the ice. Orchard centers, firing, and Orchard couldn't get a shot away there as that came right on his stick. Now Southern applying pressure the other way, and Orchard will take Hattie out there of space, and he'll go offside and return. That brings a stoppage of play, 14-11. Shots are 3-2 here in favor of the visiting Hawks. Southern now in to take the draw, and he'll win that one. Hepner now with the puck on his stick, and he'll clear that all the way down. Hawks go for a quick change as McDonald steps on the ice, and he'll glove that right down. And he'll play that to negate the hand pass. Back to the point, shot through traffic, deflected and ends. Holds on, Hattie was in front, as well as the 10 of Hayden Forrest. And here's a quick look at the replay at the other end of the ice. The nice hit there from Max Collette a couple plays ago. So you can see, showing that he can play physical, and he has been having some great games during this Twisters win streak, getting some points and also showing he can play physical. And Show has the rest of the Twisters' third line as Weeb tangles up his man. DeGrave walking in through traffic, putting it on net, save, rebound. Weeb has it on his stick for DeGrave. And not much going there as Weeb picks it up again. Works his way through traffic, through a couple of sticks, slightly offside. Ref's hand goes up as Ewing goes the other way on the delayed offside. Twisters had to regroup there. Good pressure there by Jacob Carrolls, takes away that opportunity. Now working with it is the Hawks as they'll try and get back to the point. Zuck, his shot through traffic, deflected, and ends, holds on for a whistle due to the side. But with the side followed here from the Hawks crowd, and there's a replay here of the Hawks setting it up here, getting some offensive action. Up the draw, and the Twisters get it out, and here's the opportunity for Guilford. He's got Ben Zander with he got Xander Carroll's correction. My bad there, and Rossi has the answer though on it. Going in the other way, Ethan Lewis giving chase. Has the puck on his stick, and he'll work that in tight. Jamming at it, and it stays loose and out into the corners. Max Collette has it on his stick. He'll put it ahead for Xander Carrolls, working his way through traffic. And now back across to Max Collette as he walks into the zone. He goes right through into the thick of the Hawks. and gets tangled up. Can't do much there. And meanwhile, going the other way, they're through traffic. Ferguson playing that across, and he'll get it, whacking at it in front. Couldn't hit the net there. Was the 14 of Nathan Ferguson. And Xander Carrolls now works it up here on the near side. And that play is going to end in an offside. Off the draw, Twisters winning it back to the point here. And a little bit out of the zone as they try and work that in. Russell will pick that up. Kalen Russell behind his net. 11:50 on the clock as Mark Paulette loses the puck there as he gets bumped off of it. And it goes into the corner. And Hattie can't hold the line. It's going to come all the way out. Well, he'll pick it up, play it across to his defensive pairing. And he'll get it right back on the give and go. And a nice hit there on Mark Paulette on the open ice. Wasn't really trying to as Wood now plays that ahead forward. Brock Wood now working all the way forward, passes a little bit off there from Paulette, trying to get to Clark, comes all the way down the ice. As the Hawks controlling in the corner boards, trying to get it out. And that'll just get cleared all the way down. And the Twisters' long stretch pass won't go. Come all the way down and rolling, and that will be an icing. As we talked about those leading scorers here, and how Weeb sitting there at fourth, it's been a long time since he's scored. As he's been scoreless in his last 6 games. So yeah, you talk about this Twisters win streak, it's quite something to do it, and even when you don't have your leading scorer getting on the board all the time as the first penalty comes up here. But he hopes to end that drought today and get back in it. It looks like Clark will go to the box. Thought maybe Zuck as well, but no, just Clark on the board. Time of that penalty is 9 minutes. And Charleswood gets today's open power play. Off the draw. Hawks win it back to the point across to Ethan Lewis. Ethan Lewis playing it right back and getting it back. Now working for a rough shot through traffic and doesn't get any farther than that. Twisters penalty kill comes in 6th in the league, 83.3%. Hawks trying to hold on to it, and they're able to hold the zone as Lewis, and he shoots that right at Weeb, as Weeb trying to pick it up as he's pressured. Delayed offside though, as Weeb working his way through that traffic as the Hawks have to tag up and just plays that back. 30 seconds gone. Now Weeb finds the puck on his stick. He's got DeGrave with him, and DeGrave couldn't hold on for the shorthanded opportunity. Now his shot there, that bounces up into the air. Weeb can't knock that down. The Hawks now going the other way, trying to work it to Hewing. I hit the stick of McDonald and comes all the way down the ice. Hawks now coming from behind their own net, trying to set it up. Rough, he'll just play that right back. And making one man miss is Cam McDonald. Can't make the second as Hepner with the strong back check breaks it up. Lewis walking into the zone for Hewing. Hewing had to wait for a second to be onside. Couldn't hit the net on that one though. Again, circling with the puck in front. There's a shot, save made. Trying to go to the other side of the net here. 35 seconds and counting on the power play. As a little bit of a tie-up. 2 men hit the ice. They continue on playing as it works back to Lewis. Now back to Ruff at the point. He's not going to shoot. Instead, he's going to play it across. And that shot gets blocked by the 3 of Mike Hepner. Hawks trying to set it up again. Shot through traffic there, but Cam McDonald doesn't go. Lewis working with the puck. He'll put behind the net. Some miscommunication as the Hawks try to put it back to him. Hawks now work it back across. Ruff shot through traffic, and Hewing couldn't get the deflection in front. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. And here is one of the chances here for Hewing and the Hawks. As he walks in there and stays strong. holding his team in this one. His shots are 10-4, 9:05 remaining in the first frame in favor of the Hawks. Hawks win the draw on that power play, and Twisters kill off the penalty. And now walking into the zone, Southern, he'll play that across back to the point. And working through traffic, Twisters in front, trying to get something done. And Van Dynes now, he'll pick it up. And he'll play that now in behind the corner. Southern goes to help him. Some Hawks in front. There's a shot just wide. The net was Orchard. Orchard now, he'll work that back in. Well, that's going to get picked up there by Van Norman. And Lucas Van Norman gets it out. Sutherland with the puck on his stick, working it all the way down and in where he's going to give chase to his own puck that he sent in. As the Twisters quiet down and finish off their change before thinking what their next plan of attack is going to be. And it's just going to be a chip in off of Van Dynes and a full-on change. As now the Hawks, they'll do their same as Hewing plays that in, coming out, and they pick to attack with full force. Working it now from McDonald to Hewing in front. McDonald on the wraparound. Ends down and he holds on. And here is that opportunity. Hard to see from that angle. But nevertheless, holding on to that one. Off the draw, and Guilford gets it out. Hawks trying to set it up again. Working it on the near side and across. And going in through traffic, the Twisters defense swallows it up for a second as the Hawks still will continue to possess the puck for a second there. Like I said, as the Twisters work that ahead forward, Xander Carroll's Guilford, he'll drag his foot to stay on side and couldn't have an answer there for them. That's going to come and bring, draw's going to stay inside now here. Yes. Twisters making use of their last change here to set it up as Wood's line will come out. Wood and Russell will come out for the defense, and meanwhile DeGrave, he'll win the faceoff, get it back to Wood on the backhand, works across to Russell, shot through traffic, loose rebound, they score! It's the Twisters striking first in this one, and they got the momentum, killing off the penalty, and now scoring, it's Riley Gertzen, who he has been making himself a name again after this winning streak continuing here that the Twisters are riding. He has been one of the main causes for it. Here's a quick look at the replay after winning the draw. And there's a shot from Russell, comes in, gets right out there, and Riley Gertzen pots one in the back of the net for the Twisters. Hawks here on the near side. Hattie, he'll play that ahead forward. Working with it, trying to set it up. Here comes Weeb. Weeb walking through traffic. Tries to force that to the back end. Now Russell coming in. Makes one man miss. Makes two. And gets kicked into the side. So it's the 14th of the season there for Gertzen. As he's going off on a tear. As Hattie just missed the hip check as Wood was coming at him. They'll hold on for a whistle there. Off the draw, the scrum still continuing there. The near side boards comes out there to Jacob Carrolls, and that'll be a turnover as Clark couldn't hold on to it. Dangerously in front, and Ends will hold on to a whistle with 6:20 remaining in the frame. Meanwhile, off the draw, working around, and a good play there, getting it out dangerously for the Twisters. Getting it out there was Kyle Van Dynes, working it around. Jamming at it, trying to get it out. Here comes Xander Carrolls. And he'll work that across to Guilford, back to Carrolls. And that shot just wide of the net there. And that gets worked into the corner. Working it now all the way down the ice for the Hawks as they'll go on their change, calling for the long stretch passes Guilford. But the Twisters will decide to move slowly and now get it to him as Southern plays it in. And Guilford will go for a change. Stepping out onto the ice and right into action. Sutherland, corrections Orchard, he'll pick that up on his stick and send that right in. As he has been a fun person to watch in this game and these last couple games. Good young rising star in this league as his shot again just wide of the net there. As the Twisters circling around is Hepner at the 5-minute mark. And a bad turnover here as we're in the last 5 of the opening frame. And bouncing in off the stick of Van Dynes, he'll give chase. Rossi will go and play it past him to Ruff, his long pass. And that's going to get right onto Russell's stick. And out of the way of McDonald and played ahead forward. Orchard applying pressure. Hawks trying to clear and Russell gets it on his stick, sends it right back in. Twisters apply pressure now here. Southern, he'll kick it right to himself. And now work it around behind. As he had some speed there, circling back to get onside as the Twisters working through contact there is Weeb. He'll force that behind the net. Weeb firing. And Rossi just getting enough of that. Riding on top of the boards there. Working its way all the way along. Now in tight. Couldn't get it to go. There's a shot kicked in front. Rossi can't get to it. Twisters firing and now Rossi will hold on for a save. And correction there about Weeb scoring. He did have one in that Vicks game that did not finish and hit a goal after. So the Twisters now win this round and continue to work with it. After a 3-game, not 6-game goal drought. And that's going to get iced down the other way. Off the draw, Twisters working it around, trying to set something up. And that pass won't go. Jacob Carrolls plays it right back in. Another pass there for the Hawks, a little bit off there to Hattie as he plays it in with 3 minutes on the clock. Now on the near side, Clark puts that ahead forward. Can't get to Bergman. And the Hawks now trying to work it out off a couple of sticks though. Twisters work it around. 2:30 here in the opening frame. Xander Carrolls walking in, firing. Rebound, the Twisters score. And the Twisters have upped the lead to 2. And getting it done, it looks like it's Guilford. Here's a look at the replay. And there's Xander Carrolls. Gets kicked right out to Guilford. That third line, like I said, really getting it done in this one. And over these last couple games. Working along with it. And that's chipped right in. Now Twisters, and they're going to send that all the way down, and that's going to be an icing against them. Off the draw, quick shot, and that comes into the corner. 2-11. Twisters now on the lead, also in shots on goal. That's now up to 12-11 in favor of Pembina Valley as Ethan Lewis skates in to take the draw. Off the draw, Lewis pinned behind the net by Hepner. All right, that comes out. Working it around now here. The Hawks just play that right back in after taking a hit from Sutherland. Working that around, trying to get it out. And nothing goes there. So I have Mike Hepner on the assist, and here come the Twisters. Walking through traffic, couldn't get all on it there, was Van Dynes. And he got a chance to put the Twisters up 3-0 here in the opening frame. Up the draw, quick shot there by Weeb. That comes into the corner. Weeb picks up his own rebound. Weeb working with it. All the way around, 90 seconds on the clock. Weeb still has the puck on his stick. Pressured there and knocked off finally by Van Norman. But Weeb giving chase and picks it right back up. Gertson, oh, he just can't get it to Weeb. And Ewing plays that across, trying to go the other way as Ewing get it on his stick. He'll walk into the zone off a skate, and the Twisters are able to get it out. DeGrave now. Here comes DeGrave into the zone, looking. Tries to split the D. Couldn't keep the puck on his stick, but no worries for him. Twisters right there backing him up, and that shot by Russell just wide after Gertson was able to scoop the puck up on his blade. And Paulette tried to work it to him, and that didn't go. Twisters had to be careful on their change there as the puck came right into their skates. As there's 45 seconds remaining here in this opening frame. Twisters whack it out of the zone just for a second. As McDonald trying to bring it in, can't hold it onto his stick. And now Ryland Ewing with the puck. Ewing looking, steps in. 30 on the clock. Brushes off the hit from Clark. And the Twisters pick the puck up. It's on their stick. Long stretch pass, doesn't go to Mark Paulette. That gets picked off. A nice play there, and he'll take a hit for it. Was Jason Zuck, and that's going to be a penalty. And I don't think the Twisters are too happy about that. It's a kneeing is the call, and there it is. And yeah, the knees did collide there. He didn't completely stick it out that much, but intentionally, but nonetheless, it's still a penalty. 16.9 seconds on the clock. Clark will go to the penalty box. And the Hawks will get another shot here at the power play. Not much time though before the break. See if they can get something done. Deflected just wide. Now working it in tight. Lewis through traffic, and that gets blocked. And Carroll's there hurting a bit. Loose puck though in front. As the Twisters captain will slowly make it towards the bench. As there goes the horn. It's the Twisters up by 2 after 1. So shots after the first period, 13 for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Meanwhile, 12 for the Hawks. Hawks 0 for 1 on their first power play. They got a little bit of their second continuing here going on. They'll start at the, they'll resume with the play here at the second period starts. And a quick look here as we'll go over the scoring. Starting this one off, Riley Gertson found his 14th from Kalen Russell at 12:43. Josh Guilford found his got his second of the season from Xander Carrolls and Mike Hepner, and that one with 2:31 remaining in the frame. And before we let you go here for the break, we'll take a quick look at the scores around the league. We're at 10:28 out in St. Boniface, as St. Boniface has expanded their league, scoring 4 in the second period, in the first 9.5 in the second period, to go up 5-0 over the Royal Knights, as it's everyone's team's last game before the Christmas break. And in the later games, the Stonewall Jets game, against the Twins have been postponed. And then the only other game on with 4 minutes remaining in the first period, it's the Raiders Junior Hockey Club leading by 1-0 at East End, playing the Transcona Railer Express. And with that, we'll take a quick look at today's standings coming in. And there with the standings coming in. And there with the standings there, sorry about the audio issues there. You can see the Hawks there leading the Canucks leading the charge with 43 points. They did fall to the Vicks yesterday by a score of 2-1. Meanwhile, the Hawks right behind them, 31 points, and St. Boniface with 30. The Twisters right behind those two teams with 28 points. They got 2 games in hand. And then the Raiders a point back at 27, tied with St. Vital Victorias. And that is the top 5 and 6 a little bit there. Then we look at the bottom half of the league, 25 points in 25 games for the Express. And the Twins sit 2 points back at 23, holding on to that final playoff spot. Meanwhile, the Jets and the Knights, they find themselves at the bottom of the standings with 20 and 15 points, respectively. Both. And there's another look at your standings. And welcome back here, folks. And quickly now here, before we get to the start of the second period, we'll go over the standings here. Now I got the audio fixed. Sorry about that. Canucks coming in here, and they lead on top with 43 points after, though they have had a couple tough ones as late, dropping to the Twisters, and before that, and now just recently to the Victorias the other night. Meanwhile, the Hawks, they find themselves trying to knock on that doorstep there, 12 points back, and then you can see right there from the Hawks, it gets really tight because St. Boniface is right behind them with 30 points. There's the Twisters, and they got 2 games in hand, only 2 points back. And the Raiders 1 point behind them, tied there with St. Vital. And then Transcona and Fort Garry, they're rounding off the end of the playoffs there. Those teams, Transcona only 2 games back of St. Vital, and another 2 games back from them is the Twins. So all those teams really close there, with the only difference being 8 points from 8th to 2nd. And then 3 points out of the playoff spot right now. There's the Jets and the Knights. Sit down at the bottom of the league in the basement with 15 points. So those are the standings coming in here. And team's ready to go, so we'll see now here as I hit the ice. And Logan Ann skates out, and along with Mike Hepner and their squad. And 3:44 remaining on Clark's double minor for the knee. So the Twisters be down a man for this opening 3 and 44 seconds. And off the draw, that is one end controlled by the Twisters, and they'll send that all the way down the ice. Picked up by Ethan Lewis, and he'll work that right into the hands of the Twisters as they'll work that back into the defensive zone. Killing more time off of that Clark penalty. Now walking in. Here's a chance for Weeb, and he gets pressured. And the Hawks in return pick up the puck there as Ben Zander all over Derek Weeb. And now turning back around and walking in is Ruff. Looking. Playing it back to Lewis. Ethan Lewis makes one guy miss. Puts it in down behind the goal line before getting it back on his stick to Ruff at the point. And that hits some lumber and goes into the netting. The Hawks power play. 0 for 1 tonight. They come into this one 21.5%. That's good enough for second in the league, as well as their penalty kill being 86.1, and the goals for per game being second in the league at 4.24%. As the Twisters clear that right down the ice. Now with their goals for being so high per game, the Twisters' goals against per game is second at 3.17. Meanwhile, Hawks working their way through trouble and traffic. That was trouble, though, for Logan Ans, and he held on for a whistle coming his way. So you can see these teams showing how and why they place in the top 5. Twisters are also third in the league for goals for per game at 3.96 per game, and they have the top power play in the league at 25.9%. As the Hawks work around on their man advantage, trying to set something up with this Forrest. His shot hits a couple of lumber, and I don't know how that didn't go in. There was a spot, glove slide, and couldn't get it underneath the glove as Forrest works that across. Kicking it to himself and back to the point. And that'll come right to Forrest's stick, and that gets deflected by Jacob Carroll's. Hit a big block shot at the end of the first. Good to see him back on the ice. And that cross ice pass won't go. Comes to Forrest's stick, and through traffic and holds on for a whistle. Here's a replay. And it's going to be maybe not the best angle to see it, but you're going to try and see them go to the far side there and sticks the glove out. And that puck looked like it was coming just under that glove as Enns was going one way. His momentum, taking that with his glove, had a chance to put it underneath. Wouldn't go for the Hawks. Hawks controlling though off the draw. 1:45 and counting on their man advantage. As a nice play there by Hepner to clear the zone. Jacob Carroll, or some pressure there by Weeb. And Weeb seeing what he can do. And he doesn't have a long defensive stick, so it's going to go the other way here for the Hawks. Walking in across Ewing, calling for it, firing. Save made, rebound laid there. He got tied up with the down defender, but Enns stays his zone. Here it is. Ewing walking in, going across the pass there as Ben Zander and Cam McDonald with him. Got tied up with the twister who went down to block the shot, and Enns stayed strong. And keeping the Hawks off the board for now. Ben Zander comes in, set to take the draw as Hepner goes off the ice for the Twisters. Rough. There's a shot through traffic, and Enns stays strong. And big Ryland Ewing in front, blocking Enns' vision, but he was able to see through the big man and held on for the whistle. As Ben Zander rolls in for the draw, wins it again. And this time his team will possess the puck behind the goal line. Ewing working it into the slot. Ben Zander got turned around. And the Twisters send that right down the ice, and great pressure there by Sutherland. There's correction there, that's Paulette, and now working the other way is the Twisters, or is the Hawks there in front, batting it, and they had a chance there. It was almost empty net with the goaltender again. Enns pushing off the other way, but couldn't bat it in. And here come the Twisters, staying a step onside. Firing just wide, 40 seconds remaining on the man advantage. As Ben Zander picks up the puck. And misses everyone, comes all the way down, and it's icing. As Cam McDonald there was flying up on the Twisters, but it's a couple steps back. 32 seconds remaining on the Hawks man advantage. In this one, shots this period are 5-0 in favor of the Hawks. As it comes all the way down into their zone, they win the draw, work it around, 30 seconds for them, and seeing what they can do here with the Twisters down a man. Bouncing puck, they bat that behind the net. Ewing, he's played a lot of minutes in this one. And that comes all the way down the ice. 10 on the clock for the Twisters penalty killers. And Max Collette holds the zone. No, he cannot. That comes all the way down. Picked up by Hepner to Collette. Trying to center it, doesn't quite go there. Penalties expired. Twisters kill off the 4-minute double minor. And now working his way through traffic, Cam McDonald can't hold on to it. Good break up there by Mike Hepner. Ruff gets it on his stick, and he'll just play it in. Now working around with it here are the Twisters. And they push that ahead forward. Sutherland now ahead to Orchard. Orchard waits, fires that one, and Rossi just got enough of it off the glass. Stays in play though. As Sutherland back to Russell and across at the point, and couldn't hold on to it. Skipped over his blade there was Brock Wood, and now that puck came bouncing up. It must have hit a skate or something. And Rossi will hold on to it for a whistle. Here's that opportunity for the Twisters coming in. And there just skips over the stick there of Wood. He gets a shot off, and can't see a little bit behind the camera there, but Rossi gets his glove on it just enough to deflect it over the net. And now worked up ice here by Van Norman. And pushed ahead forward, delay offside though coming to the Hawks as he blew a tire. He just has to really come back. This gives plenty of time here for the Twisters to set it up. As Kalen Russell with a head of steam on the far side. Puck skipping a little bit, trying to calm it down, and knocked off the stick there. Looked like it was Zuck, and now going the other way is the Hawks. And again, that hit a couple of sticks there, and the Twisters now with an opportunity. As DeGrave works it across, there's a shot In on net, nothing going there. Picked up by the Hawks. And Vigerson comes in to apply some pressure after his rush going the other way, but Gertson plays it in. Van Norman tries to get it out. Gertson, his shot, stays there, score! It's the Twisters finding the puck and batting it in as Gertson put it in front and DeGrave knocked it into the net. And the Twisters are up 3-0 on the Hawks here, and this has been exciting start here to this one. Twisters kill off another power play, and 5 minutes and a little bit into this second period, they find the back of the net. Here's a look at the replay. Worked it back to the point. Van Dynes, he'll get the assist on that one. And it's the Twisters leading by 3. And here's some pressure by the Hawks. Not for long as here come the Twisters. Can they get another one? Here comes Brett Bergman walking in with speed. Firing, and Clark couldn't get his stick on the rebound as Rossi kicked it aside. Now working with the Twisters. Trying to set it up. There's a slap shot from the point from Van Dynes. He'll get right back on his stick though. Pulling it behind the net for Mark Paulette. Paulette working with it off of pressure. Twisters going for a partial change. Fires just wide of the net. Paulette giving chase. Picked up by Xander Carrolls. And his man went down hard behind the play. And he'll jam that right ahead forward. Looping back to get that there is Shan. Shan now with the puck. And correction there on the assist. That will not go to Van Dynes. It's the 14 of Derek Weeb for the Twisters. Walking in, trying to get another one there was Collette. Putting that across. And now working up ice, McDonald. He'll just play that one in with ease. And walking in, here's Guilford. Guilford loops back. Looking. Firing. Goaltender makes the easy save, and the second one on Xander Carroll's opportunity. As Twisters play it in. Twisters, after being outshot 5-0 to start off the frame, have now outshot the Hawks 6-0. Working it ahead forward. Here come the Hawks. And firing, Ed stays strong. Rebound doesn't go. Correction, that was 5-0. Raff has to dodge a flying bullet as the puck comes his way. Shots not at 18 as the Hawks now applying some pressure. And Orchard can't get a stick on it. Ruff the shot and ends. He decides to end the commotion here. Give the ref a chance to catch his breath as he skates there to the corner. He's got a little shaken up there as the puck fired right at his head. Off the draw, Twisters have the puck. Hawks all over them giving chase. Orchard works it up ice. Knocked down by Van Norman. And there's a quick shot there from the 14 of Vigerson. Couldn't get it on net. Back into the slot. Vigerson trying to get the puck on his stick, and the Twisters were clear instead. And that's going to be icing Orchard with step to step. But one little quick step at the end by Van Norman won the race for the puck. Off the draw. Twisters will pick up that loose puck and work it to Orchard on the near side. Orchard gets it out to Sutherland. Sutherland now with the puck on his stick. Sutherland walking in. Works his way past Shen. Now there's a shot. And that gets deflected way in front. Rossi can't find it and makes a great save. Rossi stoning cold the Twisters. As Orchard, I think he had some words to say back to him about it. Admiring the twos play, and McDonald plays that in offside. They're tag up there. Long stretch pass for the Twisters trying to get to Orchard. That's deflected off the stick of Ruff. 11:10 and counting on the clock. And a long stretch pass. Russell, he'll turn that one over. And no need to work as Hewing had to wait for his team to tie up. Couldn't use his speed there. As now he does, chasing down to Grave. Now working into Gertzen. Gertzen is going to put it on his near side, and Trust is something with this. Wade puts it back to Wood. There's a shot. And the rebound, trying to play that in front is the Twisters. They couldn't get a stick on that. Was Weeb along up there with DeGrave. As the puck gets worked around off of Hewing's stick, Hewing just bats that right back down. There's a penalty, though, behind the play, and you can see the ref pointing it out. Correction, I thought the back referee was calling a penalty. So I heard a stick hit the ice. I thought there was a slashing behind the play. Nevertheless, back on the ice, here we go. And Van Norman plays it in after taking a hit by Clark. Puck comes flying right up here and into the netting, and that'll bring a stoppage in play. And it's going to come into the Twister zone here at 10-12. Shots knotted up at 20 apiece for both teams. But the difference in this one is the Twisters leading the Hawks by a score of 3-0. Off the draw, Twisters work it around and try and get it out. Hepner now picks it up, working with it. On the near side to Clark. And again, pushed right back in. Battle for the puck there in the near side. Still working at it. Seeing if they can get it out. Clark gets it on his stick and gloved right down at the blue line. There's a shot. Clark with the big block. I think I got his hand. Back to the point. There's a shot through traffic. End save. Rebound save. Figerson's quick shot. End's got a little bit of the blocker on it. Van Norman plays that down low. Back to the point for Van Norman. Shot through traffic. Doesn't get through. Hits some bodies in front. Goes wide. Back to the point. Lewis looking for the one-timer. There's a quick shot. And End's getting the glove on it. Can't snap it shut though. And played across now here to Van. And there's a shot there that gets blocked in front of that opportunity from Van Norman. Here's a replay here of one of the scoring opportunities. It's actually the block shot here by Clark there. Puts his hand out. Looks like it got him in the hand. Maybe it hit a stick as the vibration, as he did stay out there. So I'm going to go and say along that was his stick. Off the draw. Circled along back. Hawks there. Say they hold the zone. Doesn't matter. Ends just scoops it right up into his midden at 8:55. As on slew here of the shots from the Hawks here, as it's been back and forth in this one with pressure from both teams. The difference in this one has been the goaltender's reaction to that pressure. As Guilford steps into the line, works it into the corner now here, kicks it ahead in the zone, bouncing puck behind the net. Hawks trying to get it on their stick. And Carroll's there trying for the big hit. Will end up now on Guilford's stick as he dodges the hip check, just rides it right out and along behind the net to Carroll's. Xander Carroll's back to the point. There's a shot that gets blocked. Hawks have three going the other way. They got to go though. And Carroll's coming back. A great defensive work by your captain there of the Pembina Valley Twisters. And holding on to it is Ends. And that was probably one of the better scoring opportunities here in a quick rush in this one for their Hawks. As they go for a little change as Cam McDonald gets set for the draw. Here's a look at the replay as they work that up and walking in, just holding on to that and staying with it. To be fair to the Hawks, the puck was a little bit ahead of them, couldn't get much of a decent shot, especially with the great work of Jacob Carroll's taking away the shooting opportunity, and that is a save there on that quick shot. Another one there by Orchard just wide of the net as the Twisters go right back at it. And working that one along is Van Dyne's behind the goal line, and that hits the stick of Ewing. Goes no further though as Dick scoops it up and plays it in. Van Dyne's giving chase, goes behind the net as the Hawks, they work that one up A long skate there for Sutherland, and he'll pick up the loose puck to Dick. Dick now to Orchard. Orchard with the puck, he'll play that in. Take a little bit of a hit from Ruff. And the Twisters have the puck on their stick now behind the net looking. There's a nice sauce pass, trying to hold on to the bouncing puck. Nice play there by Hepner, holds the line just for a second as the Hawks get it out, but Sutherland has it on his stick as Ben Zander had it out of the zone for just a hair. As Van Dyne's shot save made on that one by Rossi. Center's in front for Van Dyne's, that won't go, and he'll call for a change. As Russell skates off the puck, and Russell scooping that puck up at the 7-minute mark, deflected in by Orchard. DeGrave now trying to give chase, that's picked up by Van Ashland and trying to do something with it as the Twisters scooping it up in tight instead. That did not go as planned for the Hawks, and here come the Twisters with some offensive pressure, and that one rings off the glass to Wood at the point. He'll play that one in. And Hewing, he'll work that ahead forward. And he'll get it out of the zone. Jamming at it there. And working on with it, he'll come all the way through traffic. Brushing off of some hits. And he is a big skater out there, and that shows, and he's been rewarded well with it throughout the season as the Hawks trying to get one here. Van Norman shot through traffic and staying with it, and that will bring a whistle. And there's that opportunity. See Van Norman skating around at the top, gets a puck on his stick, fires plenty of traffic in front, but then sees through it again with those night vision goggles he has, holding on for the whistle. Off the draw, Van Dynes, he'll rub that around the boards, picked up though, and Zuck trying to go the other way with it, and he runs into a couple of feisty Twisters who get it off his stick. And now going the other way, here come the Twisters, they got 4. As they play that all the way in, Poulet giving chase as well as Carroll's. And Van Dynes now going the other way now here is the 13 for the Hawks, skating up ice is Nathan Morrison, and he'll brush off the hit, and that'll be the end to his rush as that'll just get frozen as it comes into the crease by ends. And we'll take a quick look at the shots here in the second period. 14 for the Hawks. Meanwhile, 9 for the Twisters, giving you a total here through 35 minutes of play almost of 22 to 26. The 26 shots in favor of the Hawks. Hawks working on the near zone, then they'll hit the ice behind the net. They continue to play on though as Guilford has the puck on his stick. Guilford working through traffic, trying to do something with this. He gets pinned against the boards. Working with it. Still jamming at that puck. And now going through traffic across, and Morrison gets it to Ruff. Long stretch pass picked off by the Twisters, and here they go the other way. Nice little move there by Collette, showing some hands and some hand-eye coordination, firing it. Doesn't get through, still on his stick. Back to the point. Russell can't hold, and they gotta go. As the Hawks are right down there, stepping on that Twister's mistake and pressuring him is Hayden Forrest all over the 3 of Mike Kepner. Twisters get it off the stick there, and the skate of Orchard into the zone. Van Dynes plays that one around. And on the near side's Forrest with the puck. He'll play that all the way across ice and into the zone for the Hawks. Good play there by the Twisters though to outbeat the rush. And now seeing if they can get one of their own going the other way. Sutherland walks into the zone. And Sutherland takes a hard hit. And jamming at it, they score though. It's the Twisters. And they find the back of the net. I was looking down at Sutherland's hit, and from my angle here, I couldn't see. And we'll take a quick look at the replay. Looks like it's going to be Russell with the goal. Here's a replay. Here you can see both. There's Sutherland's hit. He hits the ice hard. And it's going to be Orchard getting the assist on that one to Russell. And the Twisters expanding to a 4-goal lead. Russell his second point of the game. Orchard his first. Working with the Hawks, trying to battle back in this one. It's been all Twisters. Ruff working it in. trying to set something up on their stick. There's an opportunity. And that doesn't go. Entz makes the save. And that's cleared all the way out. And the Hawks touch that. They're going to say not offside. A little bit of a hip check there. Not much from Van Dynes. He'll have the puck on his stick and see if he has a target on his back now as he'll play that into the zone. Here come the Twisters. Firing Van Dynes almost knocked it into the empty net. Couldn't get the deflection exactly enough on it. Just wide. DeGrave skates into the zone, playing that across to Gertson. Hepner. He'll play that in. And working with it, and it looks like Slade Southern's going to get the assist on that last goal. And here's a turnover. Weeb trying to go through traffic. Held by the Twisters at the line. Under 3 to go in the middle frame. Ben Zander knocked off the puck. Picked up and going the other way is the Hawks, and Cam walks into that. There's a shot by Cam McDonald. Loose puck, look a little bit offside coming into the zone. Nevertheless, they continue on jamming at it, and Ben Zander will put it behind the net. Trying to work now here around with the puck. And there's going to be a penalty coming up here, as the stick got tangled up there in the skates of Brett Bergman. And there's the replay. Man hits ice, ref's hand comes up. Works pretty easy that way. Twisters power play opportunity number 1 of the game. And they would like to see their power play continue to improve as it has all season. 25.9%. A coach has to be really happy about that. That's first in the league. And that's cleared right by the Hawks. And a quick look at the Hawks penalty kill coming into this one. They are also well over 80%. Again, really good numbers for them. 86.1%. That's good enough for second in the league. Working that one up and ahead and into the zone by the Twisters, and they can't do much with it here on this power play opportunity for them. Under 2 on the clock. And looping around, here's the Twisters. Some miscommunication there as Hepner couldn't get the puck. He's going to have to skate back for it. Long stretch pass. Picked off there just for a minute by Van Holmes, and now played across by Orchard. Working with it now. Back to Hepner. Pressure by Morrison. Working for it. Now behind the net. Twisters got to be a little bit more crisp on their passes. That's been what's been killing them this year. As they work that across, and that's going to get picked up by Van Dynes across to Bergman. Bergman firing, and Rossi just holds on for the glove save with a minute 06 on the clock. 45 seconds remaining on the penalty to Ben Zander. Hawks going for a change. As Ruff's pairing will come out there. He'll pick it up along with Vigerson and his line. That gets cleared all the way down the ice. Weeb picking it up. He's actually just going to leave it on instead. And Russell now stepping into the neutral zone, and he'll fire that one in. 40 seconds on the clock. 20 seconds on the power play for the Twisters. Again, gets cleared right down. One shot on the Twisters power play. That gets ringed around the boards. Off a Twister. Bouncing off some stanchions and picked up now here. Continuing on is DeGrave playing that up. Now back to the point, 20 to go, even strength, penalty killed like a dream for that Hawks coaching staff. Gotta be happy about that. That's gotta be one takeaway going into this intermission here if they don't score in this 13.5 seconds on the clock. Not only are you leading in shots, which is nice to know you're getting pressure to the net, but also that you are killing off this penalty, this power play, which is the #1 power play in the league. And with that, also limiting them to only 2 shots. Twisters working with it. And there's the horn. that brings us here to the end of 40 minutes of play. It's the Pembina Valley Twisters leading by a score of 4-0. And I'd like to apologize there for the arena audio being off for that period. It's a mistake there on me. Now a quick go over here. We'll look at the scoring in this one. Your scorers here in this period. Kalen Russell. He's got a goal along with DeGrave and Josh Guilford. Finding the back of the net. The assists in this one now going. Ryan Orchard picked up assists as long as Riley Gertson. And same with Slade Sutherland. And with that, we'll take a quick look at the scores from around the league. Your final shots also for the period. Before we go there, 12 for the Pembina Valley Twisters, giving them a total of 25 through 40. Meanwhile, for their opponents, the Charleswood Hawks, they had a total of 15 shots for a total of 2 periods of 27. And now the around the league scoring. And here are your scores from around the league in this one. 2 other games in action. And with under 4 to go in the third period, the Knights found themselves on the board, but the Reals are way up on them by a score of 7-1 in front of their home crowd. And out in Transcona, they have battled back, and with 2:10 remaining in the second period, they've knotted up at 2 after being down by 2 after 1. And that is the scores around the league. I'm your host, Bentley Brent, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll see you back in a bit for the start of the third period. Team's ready here, about to hit the ice as the Hawks skate out, and they got a long road ahead of them in this one. Meanwhile, on the other side of the surface, you gotta think what's going through the minds there of the Twisters, just to stay on it, keep giving some pressure out there, and don't let these guys back in it. You gotta keep going, and we've seen it happen in the past to all these teams, and it should be a good one here, and we'll see how the Twisters decide to play this one. And Ewing and McDonald there. Still have the reach out of the camera, having a little chat before the start. Ready to go. As they skate into the circle. It's going to be Xander Carroll's line getting the start here for the start of the third period. His team leading by a score of 4-0, and they'll win the draw and work it ahead forward. And Dick will play it in. Across to Guilford. Guilford walks in, shot just over the net. And now continuing on with the puck, trying to set something up here for the Twisters. And it's going to go the other way as Ben Zander walking in across to Ewing. Ewing back across. And really using that, all those feet wide that the ice surface is the Hawks. And that's what we've seen them try to do in this one. It just hasn't worked out for them. There's another opportunity for them. Just couldn't get it done. It's Ewing. He's got to wait for his team to tag up. Looping back with the puck. As the Hawks. Shannon looking for a pass. He'll just play it on. And up to Ewing, and that'll come all the way back and chasing after it. There's Van Norman. Van Norman with the puck on his stick now. Now he'll get it from Shannon. He'll just roll just past him as the Twisters whack at it, trying to hold the zone. Continuing now to work with it. Up the near side, and that pass for Weeb. He can't really control it, and Weeb gets taken out by his own player there, by DeGrave. And Lewis centering. There's an opportunity. Ends can't hold on to it. And the Twisters a little bit shaky here to start the period. Jamming out in front, the Hawks score. And just as I said, a little shaky start there for the Twisters with Weeb and DeGrave's collision. Ends trying to hold on to the puck when it came a little bit outside. The Hawks, they open up the scoring 100 seconds here into this third period. Finally find themselves on the board. And there's the goal. Working it back. And in tight, it's Ewing finding the back of the net. As you do when you are tied for leading scoring in the MMJHL. And working with it here on the near side. Twisters trying to get right back into it. But back across at the point, there's a shot deflected, doesn't get through. So Ends' perfect night comes to an end here. And that lasted 41 minutes and 40 seconds. As Russell plays it in on the near side. Hawks with the puck behind the net. And they'll put it back across behind the net. Now working it up into the zone. Garland trying to play that across. There's a shot save made on that opportunity there. And Government making his way through traffic. Circling back, picked up by Van Dynes. Played across. And into the zone. Van Duyn's whacks at it. That comes down all the way down the ice behind the net. Looking for what they're going to do. Now here's the Hawks waiting to set it up. And walking in offside is Ben Zander. The correction on that goal. That was not Hewing. That was the 12 of Nathan Vergetson getting the goal. And not the assist. And the assist on that one going to Nathan Morrison. So Hewing will still be 1 point back of leading scoring. Working with it. Twisters trying to set it up here. Dick trying to reclaim their 4-goal lead here in this one. As they'll work it around, and that makes it up onto the stick here for the Hawks into the zone up from Ben Zander, working it up from Shen as he comes to catch it at the line. As I'll work all the way across the other way and play it in by Cam McDonald. Turned over by the Hawks, and here go the Twisters. Hepner walking in on the give from Orchard, backhander. And that Badley's just going to ring around, and he'll pick it up as Southern's there. Southern now applying pressure, trying to push it ahead forward. Hewing plays that all along head. And working with it is the Twisters. Van Duyn's into the zone, through traffic, shot, save made. And losing his stick there and kicking that ahead forward. A nice play there by Ben Zander as his stick's broken, and it's more than offside. It's Kyle Van Duyn is going to get called for a head contact on that hit, and he is up in arms about it. A little bit questionable, and he got punched there at the end. I think that's what he's not happy about. And no, they're going to get the other guy as well on that one. And the Twisters bench, it should be outside. The play never came into the zone, really. It's pretty close. There was never possession in the zone. I think that's what the Twisters are arguing, but nevertheless, it comes into the zone. And Vergetson with the puck as he hits the ice. Here's the lone goal for this Hawks team. Working into the zone. Bad turnover by Rossi, but no one's there for the Twisters to bang it into the net as Lewis works it up ice. And I'll come out for a bit. And it looks like it was Hewing that got the call for the little punch after. Trying to see that number there in the penalty box. Looks like the 12. As not holding on to that one is Xander Carrolls, and Ethan Lewis playing that across, trying to come in. Rode a little bit off his stick, now across, trying to get it. See exactly there. Can't see that number there on the Hawks as it's worked ahead to Xander Carroll. Saying Collette now with the puck through traffic. And played right by, yeah, that is Hewing in the box, not the guy who you want in the box. If you're the Hawks, especially at this stage of the game. Bad turnover, Collette walking in, and he lost it there in front, not seeing where it was loose, and Rossi couldn't see it. The Twisters almost had a sure goal there, as Rossi didn't know where the puck was. It was right in front of him, and there's that opportunity by Max Collette. There's the puck sitting there, and by the time the Twisters jumped on it, there was already traffic in front. Rossi could regain where he was as Dick plays that in front. And again, pushing it ahead forward. And now here's the opportunity walking in. And a great opportunity there for Gertson. Can't find the back of the net. And the Twisters got to come back there to not get much of a rush here as Forrest applies pressure for the Hawks. Deflected by DeGrave into the zone. Icing waved. 13:45 on the clock. This should be next whistle for these penalty killers. Or for the men in the box at least. Never mind. Correction. That is Russell plays that in, and Rossi plays that across. Which is interesting. You'd think you'd want to hold it to get your man out there, especially your leading scorer. And working along with it. Here comes Clark on the near side. Clark through traffic. He'll play that in. Turned over. Paulette walks in, firing and across. Twisters can't connect. Forrest with the puck. He'll turn that over to Clark. Clark trying to play that in front. A little bit of a tangle up. Dodges off some hits. Hawks settling it down. 12:50 on the board. They've slowly trying to claw back into this game. Still down by 3 as Russell walks in. And working back to Carrolls, and that shot by Jacob Carrolls doesn't quite get through, and Rossi's down. I don't know what the call is. The ref's hand's up. It's probably going to be goalie interference, as he looked injured a little bit. So the Twisters penalty kill will have another opportunity to show its dominance here in a second. Possibly, if they can tag the puck as Ben Zander works his way all the way around, gets it back to Ruff at the point. Shot through traffic, deflected just over. Twister's in trouble now, and that doesn't get through, and now the Twister touches the puck. It's interference is the call as Van Dines and Hewing skates out. Hewing, both those guys. Probably going to note Van Dines skates off now. Hewing's going to be out there obviously on the power play for Charleswood. And here's a quick look at the replay, and there he skates in front. I guess he didn't get pushed in by the Hawks player, so it's goalie interference, and that gets blocked on Kalen Russell. And I thought maybe the Hawks guy pushed him into the goaltender. But he just worked in too close. Turning, trying to firing, and Dick is able to get a stick there and break that opportunity up. Great opportunity there. Broken up by the Twisters. As this will be a big penalty here for them to kill, and this has been the problem here with the Hawks in this one. Plenty of power play opportunities. Haven't been able to do anything with them, as they've had over 6 minutes of power play opportunity in this one. Haven't found the back of the net. And now here's a chance going shorthand. Xander Carroll's walking in. Rossi stays strong with the save. Here's the replay of Xander Carroll's making the nice break up there. Mark Paulette. And Xander Carroll's trying to work off that back check there and set something up, but Rossi holds on, staying right with him, staring him down to make the save. 11:26 on the clock. And Jacob Carrolls takes it out of the zone as his team kills off some more time. 1:15 remaining on the Russell call. As Bergman works around through traffic, dodges a couple people. Here comes Bergman with a couple of sweet moves. Couldn't get a shot away. And now after a little bit of a fan there, it's going the other way off of Hewing's skate. Couldn't hold on to it as it got pushed ahead by Lewis, correction there, and Clark clears the zone for the Twisters. Nicely done by him. 45 seconds on the clock. On the near side, going through traffic, McDonald trying to work it back and comes all the way out. Forrest picks it up. Under 30 seconds here on the power play opportunity for the Hawks. As Forrest comes in here, he can't do much with it as he'll have to loop back to the line across to Shan. 10 seconds on the clock. A big block there from Hepner as he hits ice, and the Twisters clear. 5 seconds on the power play. And the Twisters kill off another power play opportunity as we hit the 10-minute mark here in regulation. Going through traffic, firing there, and has the answer this time for Vigerson after he beat him last time. And nope, they're going to continue on. That hit the netting. It looked like right where the glass touches from this angle, and that one definitely does as Enns makes the save off the lumber. Here's a quick look at the replay of that first opportunity, though. The power play expires, and the Hawks, nice rush there, and Vigerson just walks in And Ends gets all of it though and deflects it up on high. As it comes set now here, ready for the draw. And here on the draw, Twisters, they'll work it into the opposing zone where the Hawks will control. Shan with the puck on his stick, working it ahead forward. Picked up by Van Dynes, working to Sutherland. Sutherland now skating over the center ice logo. He leaves it for Orchard. Orchard had to be flat-footed there to tag up at the line, and the Twisters touch that offside. And holding up there on the hit is the 15 of Tyler Hattie, and good thing he held up there. Might have been a line brawl, especially if there were visors and not cages in this league after that one. .9:25 here on the clock. Xander Carrolls rolls into the draw, wins it back. Brock Wood had some trouble with it, but gets it out. And Collette now works it ahead to Russell, pushing that ahead forward. And Russell fires it into the zone, can't glove that down. Is the 7 of Jackson Zuck, and he'll go and pick it up. And that's off a stick and fired right back in by the Twisters. Hawks now working from deep in their own zone. Lewis can't really control it. Pass wasn't exactly to his tape. Russell with the puck. He'll play that in. And again, Twisters just chasing the puck here around in the offensive zone. As working ahead forward of the defensive zone for the Hawks is Lewis. And with the help of the referee getting in the way there, the Twisters are able to get it out of the zone. Shan, he'll play it across. And Lewis will kick that ahead right to the center ice. And play back in off the hand there of Cam McDonald, circling back. Playing ahead forward for Ethan Lewis. And that's going to get picked off by Clark. And Clark plays it right back in. 8:05 on the clock. Clark again, great pressure by him. Picked up by the Twisters. Flung right into the zone. And well, they do a change. They have the forwards of pressure. And Bergman's blew a tire out with the opportunity with the puck. Clark, though, takes it to the back end. Got too close in tight and ran out of space. Couldn't do anything with the forest of bodies around him. And now going the other way, pushing that one ahead forward is Cam McDonald. Logan Ends playing it up to Paulette. Paulette sends that up. Picked up by Clark, bouncing puck. See if he can calm it down. He can on his stick. Works it back to Dick. Dick walks in, fires, and blockered over the net by the Hawks. Long stretch pass. Ewing's got to go, and Ewing is offside. And there's going to be a penalty added on here at the end to Clark. Said something that the ref didn't like about that. And here's a quick look at that opportunity here from him. As he goes to the box. Spent already 4 minutes in there tonight. And hopefully, if his team can back him up, he'll spend another 6 or another 2 for a total of 6. Power play here for the Hawks. 0 for 3 tonight, including a double. And here come the Hawks. As they skate up center ice, it's Ewing with the puck on his stick. Playing that across, and the Twisters get it right back out. And giving chase is Cam McDonald. Cam McDonald with the puck on his stick. He'll play that one there, head forward. And into the zone. Ben Zanders trying to get a puck there across, and now well picked up, working with it through traffic. There's a shot. Ends got a little bit of the glove on it. All he needed is Ewing now in a dangerous location with the puck behind the goal line. And that's going to be turned over. And the Twisters, if they can go the other way as Weeb, trying to get that puck on his stick. As DeGray played it up, now he does, just for a second, works it away from Ben Zander, though, into his own zone. As Roland Ewing applying pressure. Killing time here is the Twisters. 5:50 on the game clock, 40 seconds on the Clark power penalty remaining. And Rossi with pressure coming at him will hold on for a whistle at 5:52. Your shot totals are 34-30 in favor for the Hawks. And as I said, the Hawks this game being so even, with except for the scoreboard there, they have been outdoing the Twisters a little bit in some aspects of this game, but it's been their power play that's been hurting them. As working with his Paulette here, and he'll put that right in. Hawks working it up the near side, playing it right back, stepping into the zone, and Shannon will play that in. Working it around, penalty killed for the Twisters. Hawks though holding the zone just for a second. Southern gets it out, 2-on-1 opportunity if he can go, and he won't make that happen. A little bit too slow, didn't have the extra stride he needed. Played right in by Wood, and Twisters got a long way to go to tag up, so they'll just wait back for Shannon, and the one pressure there from Orchard as Hattie plays that across and walking in, firing, and they score. And the Hawks slowly coming back to life here with 4:47 on the clock. And with the quick shoot and fire there from the 25 of Willie Garshinski. Here's a look at the replay on that one. As he walks in, gets a nice pass, and finds the back of the net with the assist on that one from the 15 of Tyler Hattie. And I didn't see the first guy who made that pass. We'll get you the second we have his name. As the Twisters, they got really put on it. That's talking about hits after the whistle there. And off the draw control now here on the near side. And played ahead for it by Van Dynes. Weeb just plays that in. And now working it around here is the Hawks in the defensive zone. Hawks been battling in this one. They have an opportunity to make this one a really close nail biter if it isn't already. And the Twisters trying to play that ahead forward, now scooped up, and here they come. 13 along for the 14, and the shot there doesn't go, and a big collision as there's going to be a penalty there. The puck come in the net, it's a goal. It's a goal. Never mind. I was a little bit confused there, and they're giving it to the grave. Weeb came in with Gertson and got taken on. The refs are talking about it here at center ice, and we'll give you the replay. Here it is. So there comes Weeb with the puck on the pass from Gertson. He works it to Gertson. It comes in there, and it comes in, but the goalie was down. So that's the call. But the goalie was taken out of the play, but they're going to say, here's the replay, they're going to say it's because the Hawks. It's going to be because of the 5 right there who comes in behind and basically slewfoots, or kind of slides, takes out the back of Gertz in there. But they're going to say Lucas Van Norman took out the goaltender. And the puck came into the net. It is a goal for the Twisters. One of the most interesting goals I've probably seen. And it's going to Merrick DeGrave, as he was the one who shot the puck in the net. So the refs never blew it dead, and they continued on playing. Merrick DeGrave gets his second of the game. And Dick will play that ahead forward. Again, putting that right in, Rossi. Looking here with the puck. 3:25 on the clock, and that really changes this game here. That goal call. As here comes Hewing. Hewing trying to get one right back. Walks in, firing. Ends makes a beauty of a save. And working now with it here in the zone. There's a shot that gets blocked off the hand of Guilford, and he's holding, and the Ends will hold on for a whistle. Here's a look at that opportunity. So Weeb gets his second assist, and Gertzen gets his third point. Meanwhile, correction here on the Hawks goal. Their second goal assist going to Nathan Morrison, his second, and Jackson Zook, and not the 14. Or not the 15 of Tyler Hattie, who I thought it was. It was the 15 and not the 13. And here go the Twisters going the other way. Clark works his way through traffic and couldn't really hold on to the puck. Great defense there, breaking it up by the Hawks, and Ruff will play that across. As the Twisters work it right back into the zone. So Nathan Morrison 2 assists for him in this one. And here come the Hawks. They are still trying to battle and get back into this one as there's 2:11 on the clock. Twisters penalty kill, and Logan Ends has been the story in this one. Off the draw, and the Twisters able to get it out of the zone. Working with it, walking in. Here come the Hawks, firing just over the net. And there's another. It's going to be a stoppage and play here, and the puck's going to come out of the zone. As the Pembina Valley Twisters resume play with their next game, January 5th, out against the Twins. The 7th, they take on the Knights. And then the next Friday after that, the 12th, they're out in Seven Oaks. So a big road trip for them for their start off the new year as they work it around with the 1:26 on the clock. Jamming at it, Lewis trying to play that ahead forward, and it's on the stick of Slade Sutherland. Slade Sutherland plays that in, and I'll come right in on net, and the goaltender frees it and hold on for a whistle. Ross is going to hold on for the whistle here at 1:10 on the clock. And off the draw, Twisters firing, doesn't get through. Rebound, they score! It's Guilford finding the back of the net. And the Twisters have increased their lead to 6-2 here with 65 seconds left. And Guilford, his second goal of the night. And when you thought the Twisters couldn't get any more, they do. Working around with it now here in the final minute is the Hawks. Carroll, he'll play that ahead forward. Sent all the way down and in. Looking for it. Hewing. He'll play it back. And there's a shot. Just wide of the net. Back to that point. That gets blocked, and here comes Paulette going that way, firing, save made. So add Carroll's with his second assist, as well as the 29 of Van Dyne's his first. And that's going to do it. There's the horn. Going to follow that as that gets cleared in by the Hawks, and there's the horn. And the Twisters get the win by a score of 6-2 over the Hawks. The final shots in this one, 34-37 in favor of the visiting Hawks. And the Twisters continue on building on their win streak. It has now increased to 6 games and will get put on pause here for the Christmas break. And plenty of point scores in this one as the Twisters leave. Three multi-point scores for the Twisters. 6 multi-point scores for the Twisters. 1 for the Hawks is Nathan Morrison. He had a great game, but his team couldn't help him with that one. And we'll quickly go here to your 3 stars of tonight's game in this one. And tonight's 3 stars here in today's game. Just bring them up here for you. And your 3rd star in tonight's game, as it was pretty even throughout, but he was holding his zone right up to the end. Your goaltender from the Pembina Valley Twisters, number 30, Logan Enns, and he'll finish the night in this one here with a nice 35 saves. And this one really keeping his team in it, whereas the shots, they're getting outshot in this one. It was pretty even, and he still kept them with the lead, being the difference maker early on, especially in the first 40 of this one. And your 2nd star of the game from the Pembina Valley Twisters, with a goal and 2 assists, number 13, Riley Gertzen. Your 1st star in tonight's game, he ended off the night with 2 goals, including the game winner from the Pembina Valley Twisters, number 19, Merrick DeGrave. That's all, folks, for this one. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, on behalf of the Pembina Valley Twisters and the Charleswood Hawks and the rest of the MMJHL, bringing you this broadcast. We wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Signing off. We'll see you